I'm Carolyn Myers, and I'm president of Jackson State University.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on today with the grand opening of the Digital Media Center.
Well, this represents an expansion of our opportunities for our students to have experiential learning, hands on learning. And this cements our commitment to this particular program, but to all of our programs to offer our students exactly what they deserve, the best. We have a whole new studio where they'll do real time broadcasting and learning and get to watch professionals, learn from them. It will help them socialize in the profession, which is a big part of success in any profession, along with the basics and the disciplinary competence. It adds another dimension. Now, this partnership with WeatherVision, which is in over 200 stations around the world, will take Jackson State to new territories, just like I'm a Trekkie. And Star Trek, to boldly go where no others have been before. That's what we're doing here. Right, that's the important part. It's about our students because they are the future of this planet. And we are really proud of our meteorology program. As Jessica, the student, mentioned, what we were lacking was the real-time, real-life experience. We have the theory, but now they have both. And it's quite wonderful.
Well, WeatherVision is a syndicated television weather service. So we provide TV weather to TV stations when they don't do their own news. And so they wouldn't have the infrastructure for a weathercast. So we provide the turnkey weathercast. The equipment, that we own, we use that to put together a local weathercast for a local station. Then we either satellite uplink it to them, or these days we are FTPing it to them, And so it's a whole different process, a whole new world out there with the digital world that we're in right now. Oh, yeah, it's local. I mean, it's the same thing that you would see on the local station in Little Rock, because we're using the same data. We're just sending it to them long distance. See what I mean? So it's sort of like an outsourcing of the TV weather. They will offer our product using their system, our product, our on-air product, as a turnkey thing. See what I mean? So that will open up some new markets for us internationally. Oh, yeah, I mean, I plan on having them, matriculating in on every level, I mean, of course, to go on the air, you have to be ready to go on the air. And so that's something that we've got to tweak and work with them on. But as far as the learning how to digitize files and FTP and things like that, directing and stuff, that's something that would be quicker even, But yeah, absolutely. Plan on working them into everything. Well, I'm a Channel 3 alumni, and when I first started in television in '81, I came to Jackson State at night to take the meteorology courses. That's how I got started. I mean, it was the very beginning when I was starting on the air, and Jackson State had a meteorology department that had just started, and one of the few in the country really, and it happened to be right here. So I came at night, and that's so for me, it's sort of like full circle in a way, to be working in this new project, because I have fond memories of that, and it's kind of like coming full circle in a way. Yeah, I guess so. We have, like Al Roker is a weathercaster. He's not a meteorologist, and Willard Scott, before him was a weathercaster, not a meteorologist. Now today, you have more science-trained meteorologists who are also broadcasters doing it. But that's not to say that there's still not a place for good communicators who are TV people, but maybe some background in meteorology, but maybe not a degree in meteorology. So, I think it's about communicating. Like Sam Champion on ABC is not a meteorologist, but he's a good communicator. So, it's a situation where if you've got to be both. You've got to have some understanding of the science, and you've got to be a good communicator, or a degree plus a good communicator, but you've got to have the ability to communicate too. So, because you're basically talking to people and disseminating information. So being a good communicator like you are as a reporter and stuff, that's very, I mean, I've been here most of my adult life in Jackson, and so it's home, Jackson State is a great resource, for the community. It's a great resource for Mississippi and for this city. I just think more people throughout the community should discover Jackson State because it's a jewel that we have, here right among us in the city, and people need to discover it because they would become enriched if they get to know the university and become involved with the university.
And it's also home to WeatherVision.
Yes, it is home to WeatherVision.
Right.
Well, we have, we are moving into a completely digital format with the weather, and so to accomplish that, we bought some new equipment, and the equipment that we've been using, we're going to bequeath this equipment to JSU TV. In the communications department. It's a switcher, it's a switcher that can be, we use it in a studio environment, a control room environment, but it's small enough that it ought to be able to be used I think you could take out in the field too. We've got a few things. We've got some tape machines and cameras and things like that. So it's
reduce and eliminate discrimination in the way the universities were funded. And this program being a direct result of that case having been won at the Supreme Court, it's a wonderful day.
And actually, the person who started the lawsuit recently passed with our political science department.
Yes, Ike Madison was the original attorney on the lawsuit. Ike came to Jackson State and asked us to participate, and I was president of the Veterans Club, and I got some other veterans from Alcorn and Valley, and we came together and signed up some other students, and the lawsuit was on.
And as a result, many, many students and universities have benefited. As you look now at how Jackson State has grown, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's such a wonderful thing. I visited Alcorn recently and Valley recently and had a chance to see all the growth that's taken place there. And with Jackson State, it's been phenomenal. With the School of Urban Planning, the engineering school, all of the computer science programs, it's been a great journey to see these changes.
About the fact that today is the grand opening for the Digital Media Center. Does JSU 22 have any part in that?
JSU 22 Tiger TV has a big part in today's event. We are going to be one of the training grounds for the meteorology students. They're going to have the opportunity through WeatherVision to be on JSU TV. But not only that, while they're getting ready, 22, which is the closed circuit campus channel, and we've changed our name. We're now Tiger TV. JSU 22 Your Campus View. We're really excited about the various opportunities with Edward St. Pé. I had the opportunity back in '98 to work with Edward, and when it was NWN Studios, and some of the things that he was doing now, the students will have a chance to do. He owns a whole movie and film collection, so the students are going to be able to utilize that, and they're going to be able to hone their delivery skills and their editing skills and producing skills, and so we're very, very excited. I just think this is a wonderful opportunity involving JSU TV, meteorology, Jackson State, and who knows what the future holds with technology. We're the campus view, but soon will be the global view, and so I am just delighted to be a part of all of this, and I'm thankful. As Judy Meredith said, Dr. Meredith said, it started with the conversation, and from that it propelled, and just a few months later it's on. So we're, all I can say is stay tuned.
Okay. And with this collaboration, what can we expect to see in regards to WeatherVision and JSU 22?
Well, again, we hope that the meteorology students, when they do their internships, will also have the opportunity to do weather for 22. Hourly updates, as Mr. Horde said, maybe, every 15 minutes, so if we're also a part of that partnership, it's going to give all of our students the upper hand when it comes to getting skills, being more marketable, and at the end of the day, it's about making sure that they're ready to hit the ground running as professionals in this industry. So I applaud President Myers, Mr. Horde, and the whole administration for making all of this possible. And again, Dr. McHenry, his brainchild years ago was getting all of this technology and collaboration with the businesses going. And this is just another example of him being a facilitator of great things, great outcomes at Jackson State, one JSU.
So along with these 15-minute updates, will we see any kind of like webcast or podcast?
I think that would be awesome. It depends. JSU 22 Tiger TV is a student-run channel. The more we get student input, the greater the opportunities are going to be. So you just made that suggestion, so hopefully someone will pick up on it. But I see that would be a natural fit. So it's very exciting.
Okay, and tell us briefly a little bit about what's going on with your newsroom/student information center?
Well, we recently, through Dr. McHenry, we were able to get a bigger space in the e-center here, and so now we're in the newsroom. We're calling it the JSU Student Information Center. Our goal is to use technology to the fullest this semester. We're going to be using social media. We're going to be trying to do live student news information updates, hopefully every hour, and if not that, definitely as many students come in, we want them to take part. We're going to be doing some interviews, impromptu. You know, this e-center is a hub for greatness. Any day you could see the congressmen coming in, you could see department heads, you can see people who lead great organizations. So my goal is to allow the students the opportunity to take the advantage of just getting that information out, thinking on their feet, and just making the information known. And hopefully, you know, at the end of the day, they're going to get hired and get great jobs or become entrepreneurs, which is the other part of being able to do this business.
Dr. Fridge, I just want to also ask, how important is this to you with Tiger TV, with the conception of JSU 22? How important is your passion for the students?
I've been a reporter, producer, and anchor. Teaching for me is the ultimate live shot. I get to stand up in front of students every day, give them information. They're my audience. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but there's always some type of interaction. I am so excited to be able to, years ago through Dr. Dari, bring 22 as an opportunity, a vehicle for students to get their skills together and then go on to bigger and better opportunities at JSU TV and the world, as a matter of fact. And so I have a lot of passion. I have great students like you who just keep me going, and you inspire me. And I really look forward to the faculty and students embracing 22, embracing Tiger TV, and just making it the best opportunity possible for us to do what we do. And teaching, again, is just the ultimate thing.
Anything additional you want to add?
No, I just want everybody to stay tuned for great programming, great event. The students are ready, and thanks to Mr. Horde, Dr. McHenry, our new chair. We have a new chair, which means we're going to have a great new direction. Dr. Dari and Dr. Meredith did wonderful jobs. Dr. Dari and Dr. Meredith, they did great jobs. And now they're passing the torch. Dr. David Colson is here. And again, we can't wait to see what the future holds, but we know that we're going to be a part of it.
Well, I think the partnership between WeatherVision and Jackson State is a great idea, not only for the program, but for the school as well. Now that we have broadcast and research combined, it'll bring a lot more attention to the program on a national level, and the program will grow. So I'm very excited about this because I can have a more well-rounded resume so that I can have a very competitive degree.
As you may or may not know, WeatherVision provides weather for local broadcasts in their 30-second or minute-and-a-half spots. And so all of those will be produced live and go out digitally all across the country and the world. Our students will participate in every aspect of those programs.
Tell us a little bit about the conception of WeatherVision coming to the East Center.
Well, it really, one little message leads to another, and so Edward St. Pé was very, it was someone wanted to do something different, and so we were able to explore that with various conversations and lots of meetings and figuring out the best way to partner. So that all evolved over a matter of 7 or 8 months, and is culminating today with this formal announcement.
So will we see some of the WeatherVision on JSU TV?
Absolutely. WeatherVision, like I will be producing, I think every 15 minutes now, we will have a weather broadcast for a minute on JSU TV. And they're also producing weather for our radio affiliates. It's leveraging all of the platforms to make something special happen.
And you say Mr. St. Pé eventually will be going internationally, but his WeatherVision is seen on 200 stations across the country?
Across the country right now. And
it's from Jackson, Mississippi?
Right here in this facility, here in Jackson, Mississippi. So it's exciting. It's a great opportunity for students, which also goes to show, you don't necessarily have to leave Mississippi to have a wonderful career. You can do some wonderful things right here in Mississippi as we grow the state and the economy.
Oh, this is an exciting day, an exciting start to something wonderful for Jackson State University. This is a new chapter in our history. It's also a new chapter in the learning landscape of meteorology all over the nation and the world. This is exciting.
What do you think this will mean for our students?
Well, it's about our students. That's our core business, learning. The wonderful thing about this is that this adds another dimension to the learning, to their learning experiences in meteorology. Not only the opportunity to work with a noted and highly successful meteorologist, but also to get hands-on experience as a part of their learning that goes on here at the university.
I'm very excited. This is a great day for Jackson State University, and certainly for the students that will be involved with the project. It has a lot of facets to it as far as reaching a broad audience and bring recognition to the university. But I'm most excited about the opportunities for students with regard to what Mr. St. Pay, Edward St. Pay can bring for his expertise to share with students, then be able to become to learn about meteorology and broadcasting at the same time. I've been having meetings with Mr. St. Pay and Dr. Walters of meteorology, and we're looking at ways. Right now we're looking at cross-listing a course with meteorology and mass comm, and that's just the beginning. It's all kinds on the horizon. There's endless possibilities of what we can do. So I'm extremely excited. I'm excited for the students.
Do you think the students will be more welcoming to WeatherVision here, knowing that they have the opportunity to go out?
Oh, I definitely do, because they're going to, the students that do well in training, in courses that they will be able to go on air, and so they'll have real world experience, at least the opportunity to take advantage of real world experience, and that will make them that much more competitive in a very competitive, media marketplace.
Well, I think this is a great project. It's a great partnership. I think Jackson State has been known for producing great contributors to weather and to meteorology over the years. This takes it to another step into the broadcast aspects of it. Jackson State has continually produced top students in many disciplines, and this is an opportunity, I think, for the university to expand its reach, so to speak, because Mr. St. Pay's broadcasting stations reach across the nation, and it's a great training ground for students. So I think this is a wonderful partnership, a very innovative way of bringing the public sector into a private operation, a public-private partnership that will educate and provide a needed service to people.
And Mayor, you also mentioned the fact that you were out traveling and you actually saw Edward St. Pay doing a local weather cutting. Tell us again about that.
Well, I was really surprised about that. Apparently, the station, the weather forecasts that are produced here locally are done for different regions and states in the United States, and so they're uplinked and downlinked, or whatever process there is, so that if you're in North Dakota, I forgot where it was, but a small station that doesn't have a weather program, a regular weather program, can sign on to this service that St. Pay offers. And I was really amazed and surprised to find out that forecast was generated right here in Jackson. Now those type forecasts will be generated here on the campus of Jackson State University, and so that's a great feather in the hat of Jackson State.
So this is another great thing at Jackson State and another great thing that's happening in the city of Jackson.
No question about it. I think from an HBCU standpoint, this is another great step for Jackson State to form this partnership, and it's already renowned for turning out weather people in meteorology but now you have this broadcast aspect of it, and it's a big step. And again, we're very proud to have Jackson State here. We're very proud to have this particular partnership here at the East Center on Jackson State's campus.
I am ecstatic about it. I think it is probably the best thing since peanut butter. I'm excited about it for mass communications, but also for the meteorology department. This gives an opportunity for students to be seen all over the country. And I mean, to have something like that, I'm not sure that any other university in the country has anything like this. And so I am always thoroughly pleased when we get ahead for our students, because that's what it's all about. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I see this as a great recruiting tool as well. I can see, instead of students going to Mississippi State to get this experience, I can see them now coming to Jackson State. And so, oh yeah, absolutely. More and more students will be
overly excited, especially from the student standpoint. This is something that our students have been asking for many years. We have had the opportunity to do a lot of, to produce on-air broadcasters, but it's never been anything formal. Right now we get something very formal and we get something professional in there with St. Pay and WeatherVision.
Okay, do you think the students will be more welcoming of the program or the idea of becoming here?
Oh, definitely. Because a lot of students, in terms of meteorology and weather, I mean, we're all excited about it. I mean, I think that's when you kind of first get your foray into the weather when you're watching TV. And it's kind of interesting because we all live by it. They say the #1 app on iPhones and smartphones is the weather. We all wake up in the morning trying to figure out what's going on. And so there's some excitement to it. But a lot of times when students get into a program which is pure science, it, you know, after a couple years it becomes kind of a little of a turnoff. But now we're able to submerge them in their freshman year into the broadcast while they're doing their science piece, and I think it's going to be exciting.